There's a lot to digest and a lot of voices to be heard. Stick to the frequency that amplifies these voices, stories and reports that make the difference. This is Agidigbo News, 88.7 FM.
This is Kunle Amzat Studio, Agidigbo 88.7 FM. Welcome to News Around the World.
A very good evening to you and you're welcome to News Around the World on the most listened to radio station, Agidigbo 88.7 FM Ibadan. I am Wuraola Yusuff. The headlines: Nigeria takes over G24 chairmanship come November. Oyo government pledges transparency and budget implementation, promises citizens better deal in 2026. Israel warns Hamas after one of returned bodies found not to match any of Gaza hostages. U.S. revokes visas for 6 foreigners over comment made about Charlie Kirk's death. Chairman House Committee on Sport hails Super Eagles victory. And now the details. Nigeria will officially take over chairmanship of the Intergovernmental Group of 24 G24 from Argentina come 1st of November 2025. This was disclosed in a post by the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) on its official X handle today, as the chairing news comes after the federal government in 2024 called for increased investment and trading partnerships from member countries of the G24. Formed in 1971, the G24 assembles developing nations to forge common positions on global monetary policy and development financing, ensuring their collective voice is heard in international economic decision-making. Nigeria will formally take office by November 2025 and will reveal its work program after proper consultation, as the statement read in part. The Oyo State Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning has reaffirmed its commitment to promoting transparency, accountability, and effective use of public funds in the implementation of 2026 budget. The Commissioner for Budget and Economic Planning, Professor Musiba Babatunde, stated this on Tuesday and Wednesday during the consultative meeting on 2026 budget held in Isenya and Igbo town. According to Professor Musiba, the 2026 budget will further promote good governance by ensuring that every kobo allocated is expended in line with the government's development priorities. Speaking in Isenya, the Commissioner for Special Duties, Mrs. Pausat Sani, explained that the Oyo State government would implement the 2026 budget strictly in accordance with the approved project and good financial management practices, and applauded Governor Makinde for the construction of the Isenya-Fakpote-Ogbomosho Road, among other key projects in the zone. The recent increase in fuel prices has continued to affect the daily lives of many Nigerians, especially residents of Ibadan. As of Monday, 13th of October 2025, the highest pump price of petrol in many parts of the country is 945 naira per litre, though some stations still sell between 885 naira and 910 naira per litre. The sharp rise has led to higher cost of transportation, food, and other essential goods, and has forced low-income earners to cut costs. Agidigbo FM News correspondent Oluwadonsin Agobiade reports.
The recent increase in fuel prices across Nigeria has caused a ripple effect on businesses and daily life, especially in the ancient city of Ibadan. The recent hike announced by NLPCL has caused an increase in transportation fare and essential daily needs. Motorcyclists, traders, and food sellers says the rising cost of fuel has made things more difficult, reduced profits, and discouraged customers because of higher prices. Many are calling on the government to take quick action to stabilize fuel prices and ease the burden on ordinary citizens. A motorcyclist in Ibadan, Wale Omoniyi, said the increase in fuel price has badly affected his business.
The goods we are selling are no longer moving as before. Even when we go to buy goods. The price have gone up because of transportation.
A good seller, Wuraola, also complained that the fuel price has affected everything in the market.
Fuel has affected my business a lot. Just last week, Gari was 450 naira, but when I got to the market recently, I was told it's now 700 naira. When I asked why, they said it's because of the increase in fuel price. She lamented.
A food seller, Onome, shared a similar experience. She narrated how the price of fuel has affected her business a lot.
When things were less expensive, I carried passengers for 100 naira. But when the fuel price increased from 700 naira to 1,000, even routes where we used to charge 100 naira before, we can't take less than 500 naira now.
Resident of Ibadan says the rising fuel price has made life more difficult, affecting transportation, business and food prices. Many are urging the government to take immediate actions to reduce the hardship and stabilize the economy. Oluwadunsi Agunbiade, Agidigbo FM News.
In today's world, health is one of the most valuable assets, influencing every aspect of human life. However, the rise of communicable and non-communicable diseases poses significant challenges to individuals of all ages, from young adults to the elderly, affecting people from diverse backgrounds and walks of life. This report highlights the importance of health awareness, proper lifestyle habit, and media support in promoting a healthier society, emphasizing the need for collective effort to reduce the burden of diseases and improve overall well-being. Agidigbo FM News correspondent Bolanle Badmos reports.
Health experts have raised concerns that many common diseases are more dangerous than people realize. Conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, and cancer continue to affect millions of people, yet most cases go unnoticed until they become severe. However, people are more focused on their jobs and businesses, with less concern on their health unless the body breaks down. Speaking with Agidigbo FM News, Mrs. Ajala Bukola explained that poor lifestyle habits, lack of regular medical checkups, and low health awareness are major factors contributing to the rise in preventable illnesses.
What causes the sugar level to increase in a person's body? In most cases, is the kind of food people take in. Most people don't take care of themselves or watch the kind of food they take in, and this can trigger this illness as it is always in the body. A person could be walking and suddenly fall, and when taken to the hospital, as reason, people need to start being cautious and start going for regular checkups, especially from the age of 40.
Mrs. Ajala Bukola further stated that regular exercise, balanced diets, and early testing can significantly reduce the risk of chronic diseases and even death.
There is a very big risk ahead when a person keeps doing strenuous works, eating whatever they want, and continuous stress without going for checkups. This is a major reason why someone could be walking and suddenly fall, and even at a greater length, this could cause untimely deaths.
Also speaking, a pharmacist noted that many people ignore early signs of sickness because they rely on self-medication and local remedies, which in most cases cause more harm to the body.
Self-medication is a very bad thing to do to oneself. When someone self-meditates, the person is likely to use two different medicine for one purpose, and this could lead to drug overdose, which can then cause failure of the kidney and even the heart.
A laboratory technician, Alawode Daniel, from his expert opinion, observed that many people assume every illness is malaria and refuse to get proper diagnosis.
When you have sickness, like headache, or some other things, maybe weakness, the times you think it is malaria, not knowing that it can be other things. Okay, not everything that happens to us is malaria.
Health professionals are therefore calling on government agencies, media organizations, and the public to intensify health awareness campaigns and promote preventive health care. They emphasize that early testing, proper nutrition, and regular medical checkups remain essential to living longer and healthier lives. Bolanle Badmos, Agidigbo FM News.
And now it is time to link up with our United Kingdom studio for the foreign news.
News from Kunle Hamzat studio, Agidigbo FM, United Kingdom. I am Olushola Damilola. Migrants that wants to get a British visa will have to pass A-level standard English test, according to Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood. The minister revealed that it is necessary for someone who wishes to settle in United Kingdom to contribute positively to the national life. Under the changes outlined, immigrants will have to pass Home Office sanctioned reading, writing, and speaking tests. However, further English language requirements for other visa routes and family dependents are expected to be introduced in due course. Donald Trump spoke at the White House about the latest development in the Middle East. He said if Hamas refuses to disarm, the United States government will definitely do, which will happen quickly and perhaps violently. He made the comment during a meeting with Argentine President Javier Milei. Trump stated further that he received word from Hamas after speaking to the group that it would disarm, and talks were already at the highest level. Meanwhile, the families of hostages in Israel talked for the first time since many of their loved ones were released, urging the Israeli government to finish the job and bring the remaining bodies home. And that ends the news. From Kunle Hamzat Studio at Gidigbo FM, United Kingdom, I am Olushola Damilola.
Welcome back. We shall also be moving to our Maryland studio, United States, for more foreign news.
News from Kule Amzat Studio and Gidigbo FM, United States. I am Oluwatosin Sonya. The U.S. State Department said it had revoked the visas of 6 foreigners over social media comments made about the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. The announcement of the revocations came as U.S. President Donald Trump posthumously awarded Kirk with the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest civilian honor in the U.S., on what would have been Kirk's 32nd birthday. The United States has no obligation to host foreigners who wish death on Americans, the department said on X. It listed South Africa, Argentina, Mexico, Brazil, Germany, and Paraguay as the home countries of the people who had their visas revoked. In a post, an Argentine national accused Kirk of spreading racist, xenophobic, misogynistic rhetoric, according to the State Department. Another person, according to the department, wrote in German, "When fascists die, Democrats don't complain." The State Department added that it continues to identify visa holders who it says celebrated Kirk's assassination at a Utah University event last month. Kirk, founder of Turning Point USA, was shot on September 10 while speaking at an event at Utah Valley University, a killing that shocked the nation and reignited debate over political violence. Kenya's veteran opposition leader, Raila Odinga, who was imprisoned multiple times while fighting one-party autocracy and ran 5 times unsuccessfully for president, died aged 80 on Wednesday in India. Odinga had been receiving medical treatment abroad and suffered a cardiac arrest, according to the hospital in the city of Kochi, where he died. He was for decades at the heart of Kenyan politics, striking alliances with former foes, serving as prime minister for a term, and inspiring lifelong loyalty from his base, particularly among fellow Luos in the West and in the capital, Nairobi. That ends the news from Kule Hamzat Studio at Gidigbo FM, United States. I am Oluwatosin Sonya.
Welcome back once again. And now in the exciting world of sports. The chairman of the House of Representatives Committee on Sports, Honorable Kabiru Ahmadu, has extended heartfelt congratulations to the Super Eagles following the emphatic 4-0 win over the Cheetahs of Benin Republic in their Group C crucial 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier. The victory, powered by a sensational hat-trick from striker Victor Osimhen and a late goal from midfielder Frank Onyeka, secured Nigeria a place in the CAF playoffs set to take place in Morocco from 13th to 16th of November 2025. Honorable Kabiru, who represents Gusau Tafe constituency, commended the players for their passion, resilience and commitment on the pitch, describing the performance in Uyo as a proud moment for Nigerian football, adding that the widespread optimism among Nigerians reflects a deep national belief that the Super Eagles deserve a place at the 2026 FIFA World Cup to be co-hosted by Canada, Mexico and the United States. The lawmaker further assured the National Sports Commission NSC, the Nigeria Football Federation NFF and the team's technical crew of the National Assembly's full backing as the Super Eagles prepare for their final qualification hurdle. Nigeria currently ranks third among the best performing second-place teams in the CAF qualification series, behind Gabon and Cameroon. To wrap up the news this evening, here is a recap of the headlines. Nigeria takes over G24 chairmanship come November. Oyo government pledges transparency and budget implementation, promises citizens a better deal in 2026. Israel wants Hamas after one of returned bodies have found not to match any of Gaza hostages. U.S. revokes visas for 6 foreigners over comments made about Charlie Kirk's death. Chairman House Committee on Sports hails Super Eagles victory. And before we go this evening, here is a quick tip. I can do things you cannot. You can do things I cannot. But together, we can do great things. Finally, we have come to the end of the news around the world on the most listened to radio station, Agidigbo 88.7 FM, Ibadan. I am Wuraola Yusuff. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
News is information, and information is power. At Agidigbo 88.7 FM, we bring the news from top to bottom.
The Oyo State government has said the over 1.5 million out of school children.
We give you reports from Oyo State.
The Oyo State House of Assembly has called for thorough investigation.
The Southwest in Nigeria and the rest of the world.
Has clarified that the body did not receive any cash support from international development.
Trust us to keep you informed every hour, every day.
Agidigbo 88.7 FM, the people's voice.